In our backyard, we have a giant block of ice. The secret is, this is actually the pond monster's home. It might look like just a giant ice cube, but in fact, it is an ice cave that goes hundreds of meters underground. We're gonna be making our way to this giant block of ice and setting up a 24-hour spy base to try and lure the pond monster outside. If we can do so, we will test my device on our pond monster. If it works, we'll be able to officially destroy the pond monster once and for all and prove that this device can take down Evil Corp. The only problem is there is more than just the pond monster in our backyard, so we'll have to be on our A game if we want this mission to go well. Guys, I think we might have an issue. Looks like Evil Corp might have spotted my drone. In the last video, we found Evil Corp's compound, and I have my drone currently flying above it, although it looks like their security system has detected it.
What does that mean exactly?
It means that we might have Evil Corp agents heading this way. We need to drive. We gotta go, guys. We gotta get out of here, like yesterday. Just drive!
Aw, Jake, I don't like this. I said we shouldn't spy on them.
It's okay. I still have the drone up in the air. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got company.
Remind me, whose idea was it to spy on Evil Corp?
Look, we gotta figure out what they're doing there. For all we know, Evil Corp could be creating monsters, okay? Look, let's just lose them and get back to the HQ.
Easier said than done, Jake. These guys are right behind me.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can do something with the drone. Bigsy, how are we looking?
Jake, they're coming. They're right behind us, and I think they have blasters. Hurry, go, Jess. Drive.
I'm driving as fast as I can.
Hey, I just remembered. I've got blasters on the drone. Hold on, let me see if I can do something. Tracking onto the car. I'm gonna try and disable their car. Once I do, Jess, get us back to the HQ as fast as you can.
I'm on it. I don't think I can drive faster.
It's a Tesla.
All right, Jess, it's go time.
Okay, can we stop?
Whoa! Okay, oh my goodness, I think we're gonna lose them. Holy Jess, I didn't know you could drive like that. Ah!
Yeah, me neither. I still don't know if I can drive like that.
I think it worked. I think the drone disabled them. Okay, back to H2. Let's go.
Go.
Okay, guys, come on. To the lab. Let's go. Pete, get the power on quickly.
Welcome, Papa Jake.
Okay,
All
I
systems
disabled the Evil
online.
Corp agents following us, and there's no way that they know where our lab is. It's top secret.
This is why we don't spy on Evil Corp headquarters, and they would have caught us if it weren't for my amazing driving.
Yeah, Evil Corp's gonna be all over the place looking for us now.
Guys, when you find a massive base that's potentially the location of where they're creating monsters, you don't just pack it up and go home. I had to do surveillance, and you guys saw what they're doing there. I mean, they have water systems, factories, multiple...
Don't forget artificial ponds that they created.
Yes, Biggs, artificial ponds. I mean, multiple houses that... Look, between me and you, I think means that they are 100% not only behind the pond monster, but maybe more than that. Maybe they're creating all of the monsters.
Now that we know about it, we're targets, Jake.
Targets? You mean they're gonna be coming looking for us?
They already were.
You're right. This isn't good. Jake, what do we do?
Okay, look, I've had a lot of time in the Papa Jake lab to make a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, you guys remember this.
Put that thing away! Put that thing away!
It's so cool. It stunned a large animal. Or a pond monster.
Last time you did that, you knocked out Riley.
Okay, relax, all right? Look, the point is, I've been working on something sort of amazing. I wasn't gonna tell anyone about this, not even you guys, but I think now is the time that I reveal what Papa Jake has been working on. And if you think that this is awesome, and if you want to see me use it, I need you guys to do something right now to help us defeat Evil Corp, to stop the monsters. Smack that like button, hit down on your remote, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to truly stop Evil Corp, add this video to your watch later by clicking save.
No, Jake, we should move. We have to leave. You said...
Big, snap out of it. We are already in this mess. We have to clean it up. They already know where we are. We have to stand our ground and defend ourselves.
Jess is right. We already know where Evil Corp is. And look, they already know what your face looks like. They'll track you down wherever you go. Even if you end up where Phil is, which... Where is Phil?
Incoming transmission. Phil.
Oh yeah, guys. Now this is what I'm talking about. No snow, no problem. Just me and the ocean.
Okay, Phil's on vacation. It's fine. He probably would just mess up this mission. All right, look. This is what I've been working on. It's a monster kaboomy, AKA a monster destroyer. This thing, if I built it right, has the ability to destroy every single monster in a 100-mile radius.
And what if you built it wrong?
Then there is a good chance that this right here will not work. It'll just fizzle out.
Oh, okay, so it's actually not that dangerous. That's kind of reassuring.
Yeah, no, the most of the smoke is just added for effects.
Well, that's boring.
I think we could use this to destroy the entire compound and stop Evil Corp in one go. We just need to test it and see if it actually works.
How are we gonna test a monster kaboomy?
Well, lucky for you, Jess, we sort of have our very own monster in the backyard. Check this out.
What does that do, Jake? It's not doing anything.
Basic.
I got you, Jake.
It's automatic blinds with Bigsy's help.
Whoa, automatic.
Automatic blinds.
Yeah.
With just slight assistance.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so we are back outside and we have made our way down with all of our supplies to the pond monster's nest. Now, we're fairly certain that he's not home right now. At least I'm pretty sure, or else he'd probably wake up. Hey, pond monster, can you hear us? Nah, he's definitely not home, which is great because this is where we're gonna be setting up our 24-hour spy base.
Almost fell off.
It's kind of hard to see, but essentially this is the massive block of ice. And Bigsy, if you go to the edge here, you can show them how high up we really are by jumping off.
We are very high. What? Oh.
That looked really fun.
Now, one thing that we just found out when we came back out here, which is kind of crazy, if you guys have been following along, you know that we cut into this massive ice block, which is how we first found where the pond monster was living. However, when we came back out today, the entire side of the ice had been frozen over once more, which means the pond monster has repaired his home.
Yeah, Jake, he repaired his home, meaning we shouldn't break into it again.
No, Big C, that is exactly what we should be doing. If we're gonna test out my kaboom device on the pond monster, we need to break back into the ice and set it off just at the right time. Too soon and it does nothing. Too late and, well, we get eaten by the pond monster. Now, of course, if we're gonna be out here for 24 hours, we're not just gonna sit around and do nothing.
What? What are you looking at? Why is your face looking suspicious?
Can he hear something we can't hear?
I don't know, his ears are red though.
I heard something in the woods. Okay, that was a little creepy. There was definitely something. You guys didn't hear that?
No, did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear that. Jake, are you sure you heard something?
Yeah, pretty sure. Maybe the cold's getting to me. Like I said, guys, as far as we know, Evil Corp could be making more than just pond monsters. They could be making all types of monsters. And you guys have already been spotting weird things in our videos. I mean, you guys thought that you saw a monster with a hand coming out of its head. That's creepy. Don't do that. That's freaky. Okay, but look, what we need to do right now is we need to set this base up. We'll set up security systems so we can make sure that we're super safe and cozy, and this all starts by getting our tent going. Jess, you are in charge of all of our accommodations. What did you bring for us?
I brought a tent, I brought a shovel, I brought an even bigger tent, and sleeping bags.
Jess, did you bring food and snacks?
No, you said accommodation.
That includes food, okay, it's fine.
How are we gonna eat? You know I get hangry.
It's true, Biggs gets extremely hangry. All right, you know what, it's fine.
Ah!
Biggs, it's only been 5 minutes. Do not get hangry yet. Okay, it's fine. Guys, I've also got a couple different ways that I'm hoping we can try to lure out the pond monster and maybe even attract more monsters. Because at the end of the day, you know Papa Jake, it's not just about destroying the pond monster. It's also about science.
And kaboomy, 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 kaboomy.
And snacks. Snacks.
And all that rest of the stuff. All right, Jess is on the tent. Biggsy, what are you on? All right, I'll give you your job. I need you to go back to my lab because I totally forgot it. We're gonna need some digging supplies. Look, if the pond monster's Jess, what are you doing? Jess, there's no time to sleep, Jess. You gotta wake up. We got pond monsters. No, Biggsy, you get up too. Guys, we can't just sleep out here. I know there is a lot of snow. In fact, if you guys can't tell, because it's kind of hard to see on the camera, there is literally 4 feet of snow out here. If a monster does come, we're gonna have a hard time at running. Luckily for us, Jess has very tiny legs.
Jake, I think I need a hand.
I think you'll be fine, Jess. Perfect. The pond monster will definitely eat her first. All right, Biggsy, while we set up the tent, I need you to go get my digging supplies. We're gonna have to break through this ice, and if you guys didn't know, pond monster ice it's not regular ice. It is stronger than steel. So go into my lab and find the cabinet with the big letters D-I-G.
What's that spell?
It spells dig, Biggsy. Dig. Digging tools. D-I-G. You can't miss it. Jess, I like the way you think about a spy base. Remember when I said how the pond monster has really big claws?
Yeah?
I don't see how this is gonna protect us. You said you had something that was gonna protect us.
Well, it's actually claw-proof mesh. Something of my design, Jake.
I'm pretty sure you got this at Home Depot.
Maybe.
No, it'll be a spy base. He won't be able to see us. Obviously, spy.
Oh boy. Okay, let's just get it set up, all right? It's getting colder out here, and I definitely do not want to be out in the open when it gets dark outside, especially if something creepy comes in the woods. I mean, pond monster's one thing because it's scary, but creepy, like an evil clown, ooh, it gives me the heeber-jeebers.
There's a clown in there?
What do you mean? Clowns are awesome. Is it someone's birthday? Are we having a party?
Clowns are not awesome. Now come on, we need to get this tent built. Ready? Watch this. Oh, and just like that, we've got the spy base set up.
Yeah, our spy base is all ready and set up to destroy this pond monster.
It really is a shame I didn't bring those snacks. I'm hungry.
Well, guys, this is where we're going to be spending the next 24 hours. It is going to be our secret... Hopefully safe! Guys!
Hey, what's going on?
I don't know. Something's moving. Something just hit the side of the tent and ran away. That was not okay. Okay, so update for you. I don't have the camera set up so we can not show what just happened, but something just bolted beside the tent and hit the entire structure and moved it like this.
Yeah, it was crazy. Can we get that camera set up like right as possible?
Okay, yes, I was gonna get the camera set up, but we have like a million things to do. Guys, the sun is going down, and most importantly, we need to test out this device on the pond monster. But in order to do that, we have to break back into the ice.
It's pretty strong, Jake. I hope we brought strong tools.
Okay, well, as you guys can see, we have all the tools and systems that we need to set up for the night. Down here, we've got our, well, cooking pot where we can make our food. And actually, it is so cold that my hand is sticking to the cooking pot. That is how cold it is out here, guys. Oh, and Bigsy just made an egg. Biggs, I don't think that's how you make eggs.
No, it's definitely how you make eggs. Apparently, the shell has a lot of nutrients in it, and people miss it.
That seems a little too crunchy.
Well, we can come back to the eggs later. Over here, we've got some of our super awesome spy gear, including a flamethrower, because you never know what's gonna happen when you're hunting monsters. Over on this side, we've got some camera systems and our robot in case we need to be on the lookout or send them into the hole. I've also got a pack of these wireless camera ID systems. Basically, they have a little battery on side, and they let me see everything that's going on. Think of them as security cameras I can set up around the fort. That way, on this monitor, we'll track if anything's going on outside. Because yes, we are standing on top of the pond monster, but there are a lot of other monsters in the woods, and we don't want them creeping up on us. In fact, I think one of them already paid us a visit earlier. But first things first, guys, if we're gonna be taking down this pond monster, we need a hole like yesterday. So, this isn't normal ice, which means we're gonna need the strongest tools that I have to break through.
Start digging!
Right, Biggs, hand me my diamond-coated pickaxe.
Got it right here, Jake.
Perfect. We'll start the hole with the pickaxe, and then we'll hopefully be able to finish it off with the auger. I've got some extra tools, though, in case this doesn't work, but once we have the hole, then we basically just sit and wait for the pond monster and hope we don't get eaten. All right, here we go. Break it into the ice. And if you guys don't know what an auger is, you're definitely gonna wanna stick around because this machine is crazy and it works perfectly on pond monster ice. Also, remember guys, once I break this ice open, there is a chance the pond monster's there. So be ready and able to run. I wanna make sure everyone's safe.
We're really high up, Jake. Didn't you see us jump off before? Won't we hurt ourselves?
Yeah, but luckily for us, Jess, you are the slowest runner. So technically you'll just hurt yourself because you'll get eaten. Okay, I've been able to start the hole with the pickaxe. Now it's time to bring out the big boy. This is the auger. Ugh. This thing is able to just shred through ice. And since we're dealing with ice that is stronger than regular ice, I went ahead and made the tip of this auger solid diamond. So, we'll put it in here, turn it on, and, well, let's hope for the best, because we're running out of options. All right, attaching the motor to the auger. Remember guys, if you happen to find yourself with a ice cave in your backyard that's hundreds of miles deep and a pond monster living in it, do not try this at home. We're professional monster hunters.
Jake, are you sure Big should be doing that?
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Right, Biggs?
Of course, I am a trained professional.
Okay, now remember, worst case is we get eaten by the pond monster. But there's sort of a second worst case, and that's that the ice that we're standing on falls and we fall hundreds of meters down into an icy cave, and then we survive the rest of our lives in an icy cave, and then we'll probably have to eat Jess.
What's the best case then?
Oh, we take out the pond monster and we live happily ever after.
Now that sounds like a plan.
Okay guys, but the weather is starting to turn. We gotta get moving here. I also haven't had a chance to set up the cameras yet. This is the first thing we need to do on our list, so we really gotta get moving. All right, time to dig and get our pond monster. Okay, so like I said, guys, pond monster ice is extremely strong. It is stronger than steel, and this is a perfect example of just how strong it is. Take a look. So like I said, I covered the tip of the auger with an ice tip, which means the ice tip was able to penetrate, but the rest of the auger was not. You see there's a small hole here. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you definitely do not want to fall down there. Okay, the good news is we were able to penetrate through into the pond monster's lair. The bad news is the auger's not gonna get us any further. But I have one backup, and it's what we originally were able to break in with. It's my special saw.
You have a special saw?
All right, guys, now it's time to get into the pond monster's lair using this. It's my special chainsaw. This will definitely work. It's coming along great. I think we're actually making progress. All right, we're gonna want to stand back. There's no telling what's gonna happen when this falls. All right, final line and we should be into the pond monster's lair. It should have worked.
Everyone knows once you do a full square, you have to kick it a little. Come on, just use your foot.
Oh! Biggs, it would appear that the square is slightly stuck.
It's working!
We did it! We actually broke into the pond monster's cave! Hello!
What are you doing? Do you want your head taken off? You just stuck your head inside a pond monster cave.
Wait, where's the splash? There should be water. Oh! We got water coming out! Where do we go? Biggsy! It's like we hit a leak or something! Gotta get something over it! We're gonna freeze! Biggsy, we're gonna freeze! Hold on, I got an idea! I gotta block the hole! Okay, you know when you like strike oil and you're rich? It's like that, except for
Jake, that was insane. You just got blasted by water. Do you think the pond monsters did that to you, or was there like a hole in the cave?
I don't know, Biggs. That's the whole point. We barely got in. At first there was no water, and then all of a sudden water everywhere. Because I have no idea what happened. Although it's extremely cold and it smells kind of disgusting.
Jake, this is insane. Do you realize what we just did? We just dug into the cave.
Yeah, and that means that we have access not only to the pond monster, but whatever other monsters are down there. This is crazy. If we can lure the pond monster here, then the mission will be successful. That's why we have the spy base. Now we set up the cameras, we stay here until we find the pond monster.
Whoa, 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 did you hear that? I
Yeah.
swear I just heard something in the woods.
I told you earlier I heard something. We really got to get these cameras set up, guys. And
Jake, your hair is literally crystallizing from the water. I don't know if that's normal water. It's gotta be some type of pond monster weird mixture that freezes really fast.
wait, you're right. I can't even move my gloves. They're completely frozen
Look
solid.
at them.
This could have been pond monster venom. Okay, that definitely could have been pond monster venom. Guys, this is not good. Oh, I might have had pond monster venom all over me.
Oh no, Jake. Are you gonna turn into the pond monster like I did?
I don't know, I hope not.
Jake, you can't turn into a pond monster.
Okay,
Then I'll be stuck with Jess forever.
Guys, we cannot deviate from the mission. We know what we have to do. Let's just settle down. We'll get the heating turned on. We have the generator. We'll warm up. I'll be fine. We just need to get those cameras set up.
Snacks.
We need snacks. Yes, snacks. Snacks. Pixie, this is exactly why I said not to do this. The egg's frozen now.
Yeah, Jake, that's not my fault. Do you see all the water that was coming out from the cave? It got on the eggs and froze them instantly. Why don't you just turn on the stove and then we could heat them up slowly?
Okay, fine, because I need some snacks before I do any more of this mission. I am getting very hangry.
You could just have that. It's like an egg-sicle. Not a popsicle, an egg-sicle.
Fine, here, Jess, lick it.
Okay.
Okay, let me get this started. Guys, it is starting to get so cold out here. I know you saw a little bit of it, but I think between the icy pond monster's venom and the temperature outside, this is probably the coldest mission we've ever gone on. I don't even know if this will start.
It's actually pretty good, guys.
Just put down the popsicle!
Egg-sicle! Egg-sicle! What are you guys doing? You can't even get a fire going? Just eat the egg-sicle!
It's too cold, Jess. We can't even get this thing started. It's frozen solid. I bet you don't have another idea.
Actually, I do. Stand back, Jake. Time to cook these eggs. Told you boys I could do it.
That's my flamethrower.
Time to crank this up a notch. They're burning now, boys!
Wait, no, Jess, you're not supposed to burn them. Cook them. We want snacks.
They're definitely cooked. Maybe a little too cooked, but cooked. And there you have it. Jess's flaming eggs. Hot and ready to eat.
Oh, Jess, this looks disgusting. This looks like pond monster poop. I'm not eating this. This is why you don't cook eggs with a flamethrower. Guess there's gotta be some form of snacks around here. I can't complete the mission without... Okay. I did not like the sound of that.
Jake, something's moving down there, and it seems like it's getting a little bit closer.
Maybe it's hungry too.
For your eggs? I don't think so.
No, wait. Maybe it is. Biggs, monsters love disgusting smelling things. I have an idea. If there's a monster down there, here, we come in peace.
No! My eggs! No!
Good news, that is not the pond monster's growl. Bad news, we definitely have other monsters here. Okay, maybe we just do the mission without food.
Okay, guys, I didn't want to do this, but since you are two of my best friends, I guess I will dig deep and go into my emergency stash of snacks.
This whole time, you gave me so much trouble for not bringing any snacks.
That's the point. You have to learn. Everyone needs to bring their own snacks. Like these Pop-Tarts. 2 for you, 1 for you. Oh, yeah.
Pixie, you had Pop-Tarts this entire time and didn't tell us?
No, Jake, you knew I had Pop-Tarts. I gave you the wink.
I didn't know what that wink was.
What? It's the wink of snacks.
I thought that wink was you had to fart or something. You didn't want Jess to hear you.
Oh, yeah, I did fart too. Yeah.
I knew that wasn't my eggs.
Let's just have our snacks and refuel. The good news is it looks like the sun's coming up. And when there's more sun, there's more visibility, which means hopefully less monsters. But we have to continue this mission. Remember, our goal is to lure the pond monster. Not just any monster, but the pond monster, and destroy him. If everything goes as planned, my kaboomy will go off without a hitch, and the pond monster will be gone once and for all. Now, in order to do this, we will have to be here for a little bit, which means I still need you two to go set up the security cameras.
Yeah, at least Jake, you didn't have a bright idea to go inside the cave looking for this pond monster. Wait, no, don't do that.
No, I'm not gonna go inside the cave. The cave is hundreds of meters deep. All right, and I don't trust you two to pull me out of there. I do have some ways that I think I might be able to lure the pond monster out to the surface. I should probably look into that. I also wanted to collect a sample. Ooh, I'm gonna collect a sample while you guys go set up the cameras. Let me know when they're online and I'll make sure I can see them on the monitor.
Jess, are you sure you want to go into the forest to set up a camera? That seems pretty dangerous.
Not really. It was Jake's idea, but we kind of have to do it now. We're already out here.
That's true. I mean, we've gone this far, but the forest is really scary. Like, there's so many noises that come from the forest and monsters in there. I hate going into the forest, but sometimes we always end up in the forest.
Look!
What?
Look! Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Biggs?
Jess, we've seen that before. It's the old pond monster slime. It's looking a little weird. I'm surprised this tree's still alive. It's probably gonna fall anytime soon. We should definitely get out from under the tree before it falls on us. Okay, Jess, hold on.
Okay, I'm holding on.
No, not the tree, Jess. I mean, wait up. I think this is a good spot to set up a camera. It's just inside the forest, so if we see anyone coming out of the forest to attack our spy base, we'll be able to run away.
Great idea, Biggs. I've got one right here. Let's get it up.
Hello, hello! I think it's on. Good job, Jess. Come on, let's go get another one.
Okay guys, so while Jess and Biggs are out setting up the cameras, I've decided to do a little bit of science and figure out what is going on down this hole. Now, as we know, there's a giant ice cave at the bottom of this, so I want to use the fishing pole that Jess brought to send down a sampler and collect a little bit of the water. I then have a super strong microscope so we can check the water under the microscope and see what it's made out of. Partially because I got a lot of it sprayed in my face and I'm a little bit worried, not gonna lie. Okay, dropping the vial. Hopefully we brought enough fishing line because this thing just keeps going down and down. This cave is super deep. I know it looks like it's just the surface, but there is hundreds of meters of cave under here. Whoa, okay, looks like we got something here. Time to pull it up and see what we got. I got it. Okay, all right. Come on. Come on. Guys, check this out. Oh, that looks disgusting. Let me get the rope off. Okay, this is definitely not just normal pond water. This is disgusting looking. It almost looks like toxic waste. I gotta get this under the microscope and see what we're dealing with. That might explain where the smell comes from. Oh, wait. I just had all of this get sprayed in my mouth and my face. Oh, that's really gross.
All right, Biggs, we've got all the cameras in the forest set up. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Starting to hear weird noises in here. Come on. Okay, Jess, I know you're not gonna like this as much as I do, but I think we have to put a camera in the middle of the pond.
In the middle of the pond, I know it's really cold outside, but what if it's not frozen anymore? We could fall right through and we could be the pond monster's dinner.
Jess, it's not dinner time yet, but we have to risk it. I mean, we need to get a camera there. Jake told us we have a job to do, and I can't let him down. This camera is very important because we can see everything around the base, and if a monster comes and attack us, we need to know. The pond definitely looks frozen. I think we're gonna be safe, unless a monster comes from the forest across the pond on the frozen ice and then attacks us.
There's a lot of snow here though, Biggs. Aren't there any monsters that like snow? Surely they would love it here.
No, there can't be any monsters who like snow. No one likes snow. It's cold and freezing. I don't know. Do you guys know if there's any monsters that like snow and live in the snow and attack people in the snow? I really hope not.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Jess, I think this is a great spot to set up the camera. We can see part of the pond and the forest is just back there. So if we see any monster coming out of the forest to our spy base, we'll be able to know.
That's a great idea, Biggs. I just can't seem to get it out of my pocket. All right, we're good to go. Camera number 5.
All right, perfect. Good job, Jess. Now we're ready to set up the next one. Come on.
Okay guys, so now I'm gonna use my microscope to see if I can analyze the sample and see if there's anything active in it. I mean, it is freezing cold, so I'm not expecting to see any bacteria. But then again, it is a monster cave, and this stuff smells horrible. There is definitely active bacteria in this water, which makes it even more gross than it went in my mouth. I don't know if this has something to do with the monsters, maybe it's coming off the monsters, or maybe it's helping to produce them, but I have never seen bacteria that looks like that.
All right, Jess, I think we've done a pretty good job of setting up the cameras. If we just get one more, I think we'll have a good area of coverage and we'll be able to see if any monsters come and attack us. Speaking of that, I wonder if the pond monster came out of the cave already and attacked Jake. Or the kaboomy worked. I really hope the kaboomy worked. Then we could just go home.
But it's been so quiet. Don't you think we would have heard an explosion?
Maybe it's been too quiet. I don't like when it gets too quiet. All right, time to set the last camera, and then we gotta get back to Jake, so we can finally set out this kaboomy.
Hello! That's perfect, Biggs. We're gonna catch a lot of footsteps this way.
Oh. Jess, did you hear that?
Yeah, that wasn't me. Was that you?
No, I farted like 3 steps ago. That wasn't me.
You didn't even eat the eggs.
Yeah, but the Pop-Tarts really get to... Okay, yeah, there is definitely something over there, Jess. Let's get this last camera and head back to the base real quick. I do not want to be caught out here with a monster.
Speaking of caught out here, I think my foot's stuck in the snow, Biggs.
What? Come on. Come in. Go, 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 go!
Thanks, what was that noise?
I don't know, Jess, but it sounded mad. Jake?
What's going on?
Jake, we set up all the cameras around the base, but there was some crazy noises in the forest and around us. I think the monsters are out today.
Monsters, not just monsters. More than one.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, I've got the cameras coming through on the feed. Everything looks fine, and I haven't seen any monsters. Here, take a look. This is the feed from the last camera you set up. We've got a full 365-degree view. If there's any monsters coming around here, we'll find them. Plus, it's got a tracking follow mode, constantly scanning for any movement. We're perfectly safe in here. But what you guys didn't see was when you were gone, I decided to use the fishing rod, which Jess brought. Kind of weird, but that's besides the point. I took a sample of the water down inside here. You're gonna wanna see this. It is crazy.
Okay, Jake, come on. We've been out here for so long now. We gotta get back to the main objective. Getting the kaboomy down in the cave so we can kaboom the pond monster. Let's go already!
Whoa, Biggs, do not touch that, okay? If you set that up, whoa. Kate, you be so careful. One wrong move if you activate this, and we all go kaboomy. We can't just throw the kaboomy down there and hope that it hits the pond monster. We have to lure it out. That's why I brought a lure that I'm hoping will work. It's got a pond monster pheromone. It attracts monsters, not just the pond monster, so we gotta kind of be a little careful, but it should work. We only have one shot at this, though. Do you know how long it took me to build this thing? Plus, if we're gonna go back and use it on Evil Corp's headquarters, we need to make sure that it's foolproof. It has to work.
But I want to go fishing, Jake. I brought the fishing rod. You already used it. When's our turn? Think of all the crazy stuff we might find in the massive ice cave. It's like a Minecraft cave. There could be diamonds down there.
Diamonds? Yeah. Jake, I wanna go fishing.
No, guys, we don't have time to go fishing. Also, all you're gonna catch is potentially another monster.
I think I caught something. Oh, there's something on here. Oh, maybe I caught a fish.
Whoa. Okay. Nice, Jess. You caught a flip-flop. Wow, it is very, very cold down in that ice cave. I don't think I've ever seen a flip-flop that's solid. Not much of a flip-flop. It's more of a hard plop.
What are we gonna do with a flip-flop in the middle of winter? Really wish I was with Phil right now on the beach. That would be a good place to use a flip-flop.
I want to go again. Maybe we'll get the other flip-flop.
Okay, whoa. The more we fish, the longer we have to be out here. Can we just continue with the mission and stop looking for flip-flops?
Actually, Biggsy, the cold has sort of messed a little bit with the kaboomy. I've got to make a couple repairs, so for now, let that girl fish.
Watch your head. I've caught something else, guys. It's really heavy. It's almost like it's fighting back. Okay.
Wait, is that?
Whoa.
Wait, is that what I think it is? Guys, this is an Evil Corp jumpsuit.
Why is Evil Corp in the cave, Jake?
I don't think they went in the cave on purpose, Jess. I think whoever this belonged to was dragged into the cave. Guys, this is why this is extremely serious and dangerous. This was an Evil Corp agent, and they got dragged into the ice cave, and well, the rest of him's not here, so we can only imagine that he was eaten.
Okay, Jake, this is getting really serious right now. If the kaboomy doesn't work and we just get the pond monster even more angry, he's gonna drag all three of us into the cave, and we're gonna end up like the Evil Corp agent.
No. Maybe we just close the hole up and we can leave. We can get out of here. Okay. What do you think, Jake? You're not leaving. I think we should go.
No. We need to stick to the mission. Look, whoever this is, clearly they were eaten by the pond monster, but that just reinforces how important this is. We need to stop the pond monster. As much as I hate Evil Corp, I don't like seeing random people get eaten. Especially not in an ice cave that's in my backyard. Also, this has initials on it. JPL. I don't know. Guys, if you have any idea, let me know in the comments.
Jake, what's that beeping sound? What's going on?
It's one of the cameras. It's detecting something. We've got movement.
Where, Jake?
I don't know. I'm cycling through. Wait.
Is that what I think it is?
Guys, I don't want to jump to any conclusions right now, but we might have a Yeti.
What? A Yeti?
We got a Yeti.
Oh no!
It's moving. I'm struggling to get a visual on it. Okay, it's sounding like it's a very angry Yeti.
So how about if that leaving. How about we leave now and
we
go
can't-
the other way?
We cannot just leave right now, okay? I told you there'd be other monsters out here. We gotta stick to the mission. Okay, what do we do? It's moving back in the forest, but it smells us. It knows we're here. Wait, I think I have an idea.
I hope it's a good idea, Jake.
Yeah.
That Yeti does not look happy.
I think we need more than a good idea. We need the greatest idea you've ever had.
Yeah, the most best invention ever. If you have any time to bring it out, now is the time.
Yep.
Okay, well, luckily for you guys, I think I might. You know, I've done a little bit of research on Yetis, and they're actually very, very scary. They like to rip people apart and actually can pull someone in half in about 2 seconds. But the good news is they're scared of loud noises. And Jess just happened to bring my flamethrower.
Jake, that's a flamethrower. How is it gonna make a loud noise?
Because it's not just a flamethrower, Biggs. Everything I build, it's got multifunction. This thing's equipped with a monster boomer, and looks like I've got just one shot left. Open the side of the tent, and if the Yeti comes running, make sure you stay in front of Jess. Oh, there's the Yeti. Okay. Hey, Yeti! Over here!
Are you sure you want to get its attention, Jake? Isn't that the opposite of what we're trying to do?
If you don't want to get eaten alive, Jess, this is what we have to do. Hey, Yeti! Take some of this! I think it's working! He's moving! He's actually moving! Run, Yeti! You scaredy pants! I told you guys my monster boomer would work! All right, now that's how you deal with a Yeti!
Woohoo! Great job!
Okay, now we can get back to the mission. That's only gonna buy us some time. And even though that scares away Yetis, it sort of attracts other pond monsters. Jess, what are you doing?
I really like fishing. And you know what? I already think I caught something else. Jake, this one's really strong. And help me pull it up.
Jess, I told you to stop fishing! Oh, wow, this is really strong. Ready?
Yeah!
Pull! Ow!
I think we broke the fishing rod.
No, look!
What?
Looks like you caught a camera. Ew. Yeah, this has definitely been in that hole. You know, we've been kind of dealing with so many monsters. I haven't really taken in the fact that we found a flip-flop. We've literally found an Evil Corp agent suit. This must have belonged to the Evil Corp agent. This could have information on it.
Jake, no, down. Put the camera down. We need to stick to the mission, okay? Things are getting a lot scarier, and now there's monsters everywhere. We need to finish this so we can get back home to safety.
Oh, see, now you guys want to stick to the mission. I've been saying we stick to the mission since we got out here. It's negative 35 degrees Celsius. I don't know if that is in Fahrenheit. But look, this might have actual valuable data on it. I can't just leave it.
Okay, well, can we not just take it back to your lab and you do it after?
What if it's got information about where the pond monster is? What if there's a whole Evil Corp base down there and we're basically gonna just tell them where we are? No, this could be important. I'm gonna hook it up to the TV, see what we can find. Luckily for us, I brought my data transmitter. Looks like it is frozen solid, so we're gonna have to jump it.
Well, why don't you use the flamethrower?
No, Jess, no more flamethrower, okay? Perfect. Looks like it's working. The files on here are mostly damaged, but looks like there's one. Hold on, let me pull it up. Wait, it looks like it's a video feed. Like someone inside the icy cave. Whoa. They were down there. They were actually down there exploring the icy cave. I'm kind of jealous.
Jealous? It must be freezing down there.
No. Don't get jealous.
Think of what you could find. Ooh, we could get a bunch of rock climbing gear.
No.
Wait,
That's not a bad idea.
Whoa, guys, what's that?
No.
No.
Oh,
He just. Oh, that might be.
Oh, that's not good. And you really want to go down there?
Okay, maybe we don't go down there.
Forget that idea. Yeah,
He was just eaten by a pond monster.
Okay.
Wait, you don't think that's? Oh, he really was eaten. All right. Nobody panic.
You're panicking.
I'm not panicking. Okay, let's just stick to the mission. That's all we can do is stick to the mission, guys, all right? I know it's freezing cold. I know we've dealt with the Yeti. I know Jess won't stop fishing. And I know we just found a guy that probably was eaten alive, but he was Evil Corp, so technically he was a bad guy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, look, I know what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna drop the pheromones. That will 100% attract a lot of monsters, but one of those monsters should be the pond monster. Then we activate the kaboomy and get back to the lab to see if it worked. We got this, guys. Come on.
What are we waiting for?
Okay, listen, I still don't know how deep this cave is, but when I drop this in here, it's a sure chance that this is gonna attract the monsters. The second, and I mean the second, we hear the pond monster, we drop the kaboomy and we run back to the lab. All right, got this?
Got this.
Okay, On 3. 1, 2, 3, pond monster!
Monster!
What did you say, babe?
I said pizza. I thought that's always what we say.
Right. Okay, well, here goes nothing.
Wait. Jake, are you sure you want to do this? Like 100% positive? 1000% positive? What if you bring all the other monsters? Wait, look what we did with the Yeti. He almost ate us.
What? Oh, yeah, no, this is probably a terrible idea. But it's for science! See ya, pond monster! Oh, it's working! It's filling up the ice cave! Now, this smoke is not just regular smoke. It is smoke that's infused with monster pheromones. That attracts other monsters to it. It's like, smelling Cinnabons. You just can't resist the smell. Not hearing anything. Wait, something's moving! Flashlight, Bigsy, flashlight! I can't see, the pheromones are too thick! Something's moving down there!
Are there monsters? What's in there? What do you see?
I don't know. I don't see anything. I'm not hearing anything either. Wait. Do you hear that? Something's moving. Something's moving towards the hole.
Whoa, Jake. I don't like that sound. Somebody's coming. What do we do?
Oh! What is that thing? Watch out! Back up! Oh no! It's got the Doritos! Wait, Jess, the flamethrower! Get the flamethrower! It's trying to get up!
I got the flamethrower! What do we do?
I don't know!
What do you mean?
I'm trying to kick it!
I don't think that's gonna work, Jake!
It's not going back inside! What is this thing? Guys, I've never seen anything like this before! I don't know what this thing is!
Time to flamethrower! Take this, weird monster thing! Go back to your hole!
I think Jess's craziness is working! It's actually retreating!
Get out and never come back! Woo! It's working! He's gone! I think!
Okay, maybe we put the flamethrower away, Jess. It looks like it did work. This also looks like the pheromones worked. It's attracting monsters. That might have not been the pond monster, but if it's attracting monsters, then that definitely means pond monsters are here. Guys, I think it's time we try the kaboomy.
Okay, Jake, the time is now. Drop the kaboomy. Let's take out this pond monster.
All right. Once I drop this might be the biggest explosion that I have ever created. And if everything goes as planned, it will take out not just the pond monster, but every monster in this ice cave. And if it does that, then we have proven that this will work against Evil Corp. And then Evil Corp headquarters will be our next target. Everyone's gonna wanna stand fairly far back for this. Also, let's get anything important out of this tent because this hole might just crumble in.
Well, I am the most important person here, so I should definitely not be in this tent.
Nope, my turn!
Hey! All right, Jake, best of luck.
Thanks, Bigsy.
Okay, Jake's staying in there. I really hope this works.
Yeah, me too.
Jake said if this kaboom doesn't go well, it could be really bad, and he's right close to it.
He could go kaboom too!
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here goes nothing. It's time to drop this into the massive monster cave and hopefully stop the pond monster once and for all. Once I start this, I'll have 10 seconds to run away. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye, Mr. Pond Monster! I gotta get out of here.
Oh, I think he just dropped the kaboomy. Jake, are you okay in there?
Guys, I think it worked. I think it actually worked.
I've never been so happy to see you!
That was crazy. Oh, it was like an insane explosion and fire and smoke and I think we actually might have destroyed the pond monster. Wait, Jess, you should go check.
Wait, why do I have to go check?
Because I was just there when that thing went off. All you gotta go do is go see if there's any monsters in the hole. You've got this.
You're sure it worked, Jake?
I saw it. The thing went off like crazy.
All right, here I go.
Do you think she's got this?
Oh yeah. Dude, that thing actually worked. I think we might have stopped the pond monster once and for all.
Guys, I don't like this. Couldn't one of you gone in? I really hope this thing worked and there's no monsters. Anyone in there? I'm not seeing anything. It's so quiet. Maybe it actually worked. Guys, it worked. There's no monsters.
Oh no!
Jess!
What is that thing?
I can't see.
Come on! Let's go! Come on, get down!
Oh, my leg.
What is that thing? What is that? Jess, are you okay? What happened?
I don't know, but my leg does not feel right. I think he bit me.
Oh no! Not again, Jess. Why do you always get bit by these things?
I don't know. You said it yourself. I'm slow.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We've saved you once. We can save you again. I just don't know what this thing was. That doesn't look like any pond monster I've seen before. Big Z, we need to get the medevac now. We need to get Jess back to the medical base.